a pretty good game. I think last week, was it, that he got hurt? He had a good game. Big hole for him on the... wow, he's just going to take it to the house. I mean, I don't know what to say about that one. Nice handoff to Chuba Hubbard on his first attempt. He's going to take it to the house for the touchdown. And that's about 15, 16 yards on the play. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Bryce Young Player Lock franchise. It's been a struggle for us. It really has. We did end up winning a game last week, but it's, we're having a hard time. We had to go into overtime just to win that game. Let's take a look and see where we are. We are NFC South. We are 1-3. Buccaneers are 3-1. Falcons 2-2. Saints 2-2, and the Panthers 1-3. So we got to play better. We got to turn things around. I think it can be done. Oh, you can play a video here? That's kind of cool. All right, so it's going to be a big game for us here in Mile High, or Empower Field at Mile High Stadium. Or they're just calling it Mile High. I guess it's not Mile High Stadium. I don't know. Anyways, I guess the Denver Broncos, they're 1-3. We're 1-3. So it can be done. I think we can win this game. Our goal is 65% passing or better. Okay, so we're going to have a lot of dump offs. That's the game plan. Stick with it, Stetson. Stick with the game plan. Let's do the game plan. The game plan, dump offs. Let's get 65% or better. That's the game plan. Can we make it happen? I don't know. Can we make it happen? Maybe. I don't know. But here we are. Empower Field at Mile High. Player showcase today. Shaq Thompson, 8 tackles last week, no sacks. No, he had 8 tackles the week before that too. So is that just a mess up on the stats? They got a new quarterback. Who do they have playing quarterback? Where is Russell Wilson? Good question. I don't have the answer to that. Probably should have looked around the horn to see what was going on in the league before we started this season, what changes were made and whatnot. This is a winnable game for us. What's his name? Tucker? Was that his last name? I couldn't read it there. We'll find out shortly. Bryce Young looking to have a comeback game here. I think he can do it. I think he can have a good game. He had a decent game last week. It was better than the first 2 weeks, I'd have to say, right? So let's not waste any time. Remember, I changed the settings, the sliders. We bumped up our quarter lengths to 12 minutes. Drop down our speed clock down to 12 seconds. Change some sliders. We'll see how it plays. We got one game in. It looks to be pretty good for us. We still ended up going into overtime. We were up 20. Yeah, John Tucker. We were up 21-0, I think, at one point, and then they came storming back the second half and tied it up. Took us into overtime. We ended up winning it, kicking a field goal, I think it was. So leading things off here. 1 yard loss on the play. Second, that brings up a 2nd and 11. Been trying to practice my reads here. Looks like we got a cover 2 zone. Stretch play to the right side. Sanders has some room. He's going to get about 7 yards. No, 5 yards. Can't do math. Math, no good. Cover 3. Takes a snap. It's a screen play. He's going to dump it over to Sanders, who has room. He makes a man miss, and he's going to get a first down. So if we don't throw another pass, we're going to get our challenge, because we're at 100% right now. That's not how this world's going to work today. As we got to continue to play football, we're going to have to pass the ball more. 7.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. 1st and 10 ball on the 44-yard line. Young under center, takes the snap, hands it off to Sanders. It's about 4 yards. Fights for it. He does get 4 on the play. That's going to bring up a nice 2nd and 6. That's a good down and distance for Carolina this year. So we'll see how we can play this one out. That does not look like Sean Payton on the sidelines either, does it? That looks like a generic coach. And another handoff to Sanders. He's trying to bounce it outside, but number 34 there, bring him down. Love it was with the tackle. And that's going to result in no gain on the play. 3rd and 6 now. So shotgun. Sanders lined up to the right. Oh my God, we almost threw that just a bit too early there. Made the right read. And luckily, he comes down with the completion here. We almost screwed this one up. Really did. But it works out in our favor. And Mingo comes up with the completion there to get the 1st down. It's a 1st and 10. On the 32-yard line, on the Broncos' 32-yard line. Sanders looks like he needs to catch some breath back there. I'm not sure why they haven't subbed him out, but he's getting the ball nonetheless. Oh, and he gets hammered after getting a yard on the play. Now he's still in, huh? 2nd and 9. Can we sub this guy out or no? And dump it off to Mingo. He's going to get the 1st down. He breaks the tackle. Carolina now 55 yards here on their 1st drive. Mingo with 2 receptions for 34 yards. And now we do get a substitution. Chuba Hubbard in. Had a pretty good game. I think last week, was it? Did he get hurt? He had a good game. Big hole for him on the... Wow, he's just going to take it to the house. I mean, I don't know what to say about that one. Nice handoff to Chuba Hubbard on his 1st attempt. He's got to take it to the house for the touchdown. And that's about 15, 16 yards on the play. So Carolina jumping up on top, 6-0. I said they're not the best team that we're playing against Denver here. They're 1-3, just like us. I do think Carolina is the better team in this situation, in this matchup here. They just haven't been playing like it the first couple of weeks. They did pull out a victory last week, which was good. Who was that? I guess Chargers? I don't remember. But it just depends on how our defense does. As they've been moving the ball down the field. Javonte Williams running the ball down Carolina's throat as he gets 4 to 6 yards on every attempt, it seems like. 7-yard reception there by Sutton. And they're going to drive it down to the 1-yard line. And it looks like they're about to punch it in, and they do. Javonte Williams with the touchdown. Extra point is good, and this game is squared away here. 10.5 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. Young in shotgun, hands it off to Sanders. The lineman pulls to the right. Not much to do as there's 2 yards on the play. 2nd and 8 now. Young under center. On the 27-yard line, they snap, and it's a counter play. Sanders finds a hole. He gets up the field, and he gets it up to just a yard shy of the 1st down. That brings up a 3rd and 1 now. Sanders going to, this is a long one, more like a 1.5 yards. Sanders going to look to try to get the 1st down here. As it's handed off to him, and he, almost gets stopped, but he forces himself forward for the 1st down. Things look good for him today. A new set of downs for Carolina as they got the ball on the 36, on their own 36-yard line. Young making an adjustment. Ooh, 4 yards. I mean, we're getting yardage on every play. 2nd and 6. I did get a comment that I need to start running the ball more on second down. Trying to do that. 2nd and 6, ball on the 40-yard line. Ooh, I don't know about that. Shoot, and I got to delay a game.
Delay of game.
That's what I get for turning this clock down to 12 seconds, man. It makes it difficult to make those adjustments. I might have to adjust that.
Still 2nd down.
Because I don't know, like, making my audibles and stuff. 2nd and 11 now. Ball down, moved back to the 35-yard line. Snaps, handoff to Sanders. Ooh, good yardage there. So he gets about 5 on the play. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 6. Cover 2 man, maybe. Takes the snap. He's going to dump it off to tight end who can't get it upfield. That's going to be a 4th and 1. Man. They're going to end up punting this away. That's a tough one, man. That's so tough. That's what we got to get that extra effort. I think we made the right read there. Probably could have went. I would like to go back and look at the replay. We maybe could have went deep to that receiver. It depends on that safety, though. I'd have to read the safety. I'd have to look see what the safety was doing. 3rd and 16. 4th and 16. So it looks like they're going to end up punting the ball away. And they do. 4 minutes left here in the second. This game, oh my gosh. Ball on the 2-yard line. This game's moving along pretty fast, I would say. Snap a handoff to Sanders. He's going to follow his fullback. He does. Gets about 6 yards on the play. Sanders, 11 rushes. I believe that was 35 yards. 2nd and 4. And a big draw play is going to get big yards. Sanders now with 42 yards. And a new set of downs for Carolina. Plenty of time left, although they need to look at probably starting to pass the ball here. Oh, Sanders, nice juke. Cuts it back to the right. No gain on the play. Now he gets about a yard. I'll take that back. So 2nd and 9. We're coming down to the 2-minute warning now. Go ahead and let this one. Yeah. Probably should have been passing the ball this whole, like, more of this drive, but Sanders has been running the ball so well. Oh, that safety's over top. Dang it. Oh, man, Thielen was wide open too, huh? So that first incomplete pass there for Young. Young taking the snap. Only man in the... Wow. That was a really bad pass. See, I mean, you can't... Well, I can make mistakes, and then the computer can make mistakes. That's a computer mistake right there. Wide open receiver, and he makes a bad pass like that. We cannot be having those kind of mistakes. And so they're going to get good field position with the 1:40 left. And a big penalty, though, on their center. 1st and 20, but they get a 15-yard reception to get most of that back, and it's a 2nd and 5. Pass knocked away by a rookie, Pettis. They're going to get a first down on the 12-yard reception. 9-yard reception by Mims. And they're driving down the field. It's just a matter of will they score before the time runs out, but the big sack helps, and the pass knocked away helps. And we're going to get the ball back with a little bit of time left. Question is, what can we do with 32? Oh, and good field position. What can we do with 32 seconds left? That's the question. Young all by himself in the backfield. And that's probably not the right read. Probably should have went to Marshall. And here we go. We're dropping back into our old self. 24 seconds left. Big switch. Young takes the snap out of shotgun. And he's got a man. He's got Sanders with room, and he's going to cut it upfield, get it out of bounds. 17 seconds left on the clock, and they are on the 37-yard line. That should give us, what, maybe one play? Can we kick a field goal? That's a long field goal, but we might can. Young takes the snap. Oh, did he catch it? He did! Big reception by Mingo. Mingo's having a heck of a game. 3 receptions, 54 yards. And that didn't take much time off the clock. We're going to have time for another play before we have to try to attempt a field goal here. What a beautiful catch. Yeah, I would say that's a completion. Not sure if they're going to review that or not. As long as we don't turn the ball over, I think we're good. We got timeouts. First and 10, ball on the 16-yard line. Young takes the snap. He's gonna, oh! Had a wide open receiver, Sanders, and couldn't come up with it. 8 seconds left. Coach, man, this is questionable. It's got to be a kind of a quick play here, I think. And I don't know who we were throwing there. I felt like we had to get... That's my fault, because I was like feeling the pressure of trying to get rid of the ball really quick, you know? And I probably should have dumped it off to Sanders, but the worry is you jump it off to Sanders, can he get out of bounds in time? I don't know. I don't know. So I was trying to force it into the end zone, and it didn't work. It didn't work. I probably could have went with the post route. I think it might have been a little bit more open, but we're going to start the third quarter now. Up 10-7. Close game here between Carolina and Denver, as Sanders does end up getting 5 yards on the play. That brings up a 2nd and 5 here, all on the 30-yard line. And we got somebody over here with the X Factor. Who is this? Sertan. See what happens. He's getting blocked, though. Ooh, he still gets in there and helps with the tackle. 3rd and 5 now. The 3rd and 5. Ball on the 30-yard line. Young takes the snap. He's got a man on the out route. He gets the first down. And who is it? Marshall with the reception. Carolina now with 105 yards passing. Nice. Nice play there. Young looking pretty good today, I have to say, compared to some of his previous game. 1st and 10, ball on the 46. The snap is a counter run play, and wow. The defense blew that one up from the get-go, and that was a 2-yard loss. All right, let's try this. We're going to try this jailbreak here. I don't know if this is going to work. 2nd and 12. Gets it over to Thielen. Does get some good blocking. He gets 5 yards. Okay. We should maybe try that a little bit more often. Gets 5 yards on the bubble screen there. So 3rd and 7 now. On the 48. Young by himself. And he gets hit as he throws. He had a couple of men open there. And that's going to bring up a 4th and 7. Not sure. They won't show a replay. I wish they would show more replays. Probably. Maybe there's something in the settings that would do that. And I got something playing music in the back, or audio in the background. Sorry about that. I don't know if y'all could hear that. All right, so we just got to stop them. Oh, big 27-yard reception. 6-yard rush by Williams. 2-yard loss. That's good. 3rd and 6 now. And they get the first down on a 13-yard reception. 6-yard. Oh, man, this guy, we can't stop. Our running defense is horrible. Cortland Sutton with a big reception there. And this is the thing. Our defense is not as good as it was last year. Marvin Mims Jr. comes up with a big touchdown. And now we're down by 4. This is what's going to kill us, man, this season. Our defense, I think. Hand off to Sanders and bounces it out. Gets about 8 yards on the play. Let's go weak flood. We don't. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. There it is. There we go. Big reception there. Who was that to? I don't even know who that was to. We might have to adjust the play clock. Because if I have to make it audible, I don't have much time to make those adjustments. I maybe bump it up like 2 seconds. Maybe back up to 15 seconds. Yeah, I think we're going to make that adjustment after this game. Oh, big play by Sanders. No. Well, he gets a few yards. That's going to bring him a 3rd and 4 now. Young takes the snap. He's going to jump. Oh, he goes for the pick. Knocks it away. And that's going to bring up a 4th and 4. I mean, I don't think that was a bad read. But they knock it away. Maybe something underneath would have been better. Good punt, though. Big sack for Brian Burns. That's going to help out big. 2nd and 13 and a 3-yard loss in the second play. 3rd and 16, but they get a 14-yard reception. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. So Carolina's getting the ball back with just under 11 minutes left to play in the 4th quarter. Ball on the 37-yard line. Young takes it. Oh, it's a play action. He's got a man down the field, and it's bingo. Ford's injured on the play. Is that our fullback? I don't know. Who the heck is Ford? 59? It's got to be our fullback, right? Okay, down by 4. Young takes the snap, hands it off to Sanders. He has a hole up the middle. He gets 7 yards on the play. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 3. Good. Probably should have went with the draw. I like this play. I need to run this more. Sanders going to take it. He tries to bounce it. Oh, and his lineman. No, it's a tight end. Gets in the way. No gain. Well, he gets about a yard. But 3rd and 3. Oh, that's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough. It's 3rd and 3, ball on the 34-yard line. Play action. He's going to get it off to Trimble, his tight end. Gets big yardage on the play. And a 1st down. Injury on Denver's side. Zach Allen injured on the play. Carolina looking good on this drive. Moving the ball down the field here. 9 minutes, 15 seconds left. All on that 23-yard line. Young under center, takes the snap, hands it off to Sanders. He spins off a man. He's able to get about 8 yards on the play. Denver's rush defense not too hot today. They've been giving up 4+ yards just about every run, allowing Carolina just work their way down the field. And but I spoke too soon as there's a tackle for a loss there. Only a yard loss on the play as Sanders is able to fall forward. And that's going to be a 3rd and 3 now, ball on the 17. And the snap. I'm going to dump it off. A beautiful catch by Thomas. Knowing where the pylon, not the pylon, but the sticks are. So he does a safety catch and gets the 1st down. 1st and 10, ball on the 12 now. Hand off to Sanders out of shotgun. He's fighting forward, gets about 3. Second and 7 now. Coming into a 3 tight end set. Sanders, the lone back. And no, they don't hand it off to him. They're going to throw it to Thomas. And no, he drops it. Out of bounds. Out of bounds. What a great play that was, but he just couldn't come up with the completion. And my timing is off on that route, man. Timing is off on that route. And that's going to bring up a 4th and 7 ball on the 9-yard line. Looks like Carolina's going to kick a field goal here. Still plenty of time left in the game, though. 6.5 minutes left to play. That's all. I mean, I got to get my timing right on that route. I feel like I had him. I had the open route there. Just threw too early. So we needed defense to step up big. Big 2-yard loss there. 3rd and 8. An incomplete pass by John Tucker. It's going to result in Carolina getting the ball back with 5 minutes left on the 23-yard line. And off to Sanders to the right side. He finds a hole and gets it up for 9 yards. 25 rushes today by Sanders. Still looking to get that century mark, as he has 80+ yards on the day. 2nd and 1 ball on the 31 now. And a handoff to Sanders. Gonna be a close one. He fights for it. And a second effort gets the first down. They had him stop short of the first down, but he gives a good second effort there. Gets the first. 1st and 10 now. Ball on the 34-yard line. Takes it. Looks like it's going to be a pass play. Oh, almost a... You knocked that out? Got to catch those, man. Got to catch those. Not happy about that. 2nd and 10. Stretch play to Sanders on the left side. He has room. There was nobody over there. And there it is, folks. 27 rushes for 103 yards. Sanders having a heck of a day today. That's going to be a first down. 3 minutes left in this game. I don't know who we're throwing to. Sanders was open. That's who I should have went to. Dang it. Got to go to Sanders on that one. He looked good. Okay, all of a sudden, coach wants to, like, pass the ball. Dump it off to Marshall Jr. He's going to get about 6 yards on the play. Young, 13 for 24 today. 3rd and 4. Ball on the 46 now. Another dump off. This time to Everett for the first down. I don't think that's 65%, is it? And we're going to come down to a 2-minute warning. Carolina down by a point. I really feel like we could probably run the ball a little bit. We're going to take the 2-minute warning. Let's see what the coaching adjustments are here. Because I feel like we're in, we're close to scoring position, right? Yeah, coach wants to run the ball. I agree here. Ball's on the 37-yard line. We got Sanders who's getting 4+ yards every carry, so. Hand off to him. He's going to bounce it off to the left side, juking and jiving. And there it is, 6 yards. So 2nd and 4 now. Ball on the 31. 31, that's 41, 48-yard field goal. I would say we need some more. Oh, big hole for Sanders. He's going to get the first down. Put the ball on the 25-yard line. And now we definitely have field goal. No, I don't like this. Why do you want to pass, coach? Why all of a sudden you switch it to a pass? Maybe we could dump this off to Sanders. I don't want to really lose any yardage here. We get 5 yards on the play. Denver calls a timeout. Minute left. Minute 6 left. 2nd and 5 now. Ball on the 20. Sanders going to take the handoff. He gets about a yard. They're calling another timeout. They're going to call one more timeout. Man, I don't know. Now I'm starting to get nervous that they're going to have too much time on the clock. Young's making an adjustment at the line. He's going to get it over to Thielen, who does a nice safety catch. That definitely is going to be ball game now. It's got to be ball game. We get the first down. They called the timeout. But really, I mean, we're going to be able to run the clock down. So hand it off to Sanders, who bounces it. Oh, there's a flag on the play. Holding. No, Frank Ford, you can't be doing that, bud. So that's going to push it back to the 16-yard line. Still 1st and 15, though. Hand off to Sanders again. Nowhere to go this time. 2nd and 14 now. .40 seconds left. Young and shotgun. Sanders lined up to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Really think, yeah, I think we let this clock run down here. Right? 2nd and 14. Let's see what we can do here. We just keep it up the middle. Takes a snap. It's a draw play. Sanders has all the room in the world. We're going to take this down to about 2 seconds left. Okay. Please tell me they... Okay. Oh my gosh, that was a very anticlimactic inning there. I didn't know what the heck was going on. But we do end up kicking the field goal. There was a penalty. It confused me. But what great clock management by Bryce Young in this game. What a great game by Bryce Young. He doesn't get the 65% completion percentage, which sucks. No touchdowns. Doesn't matter, though. It really doesn't matter. 59.2. We were close. But Sanders with the big game. And that's what I like to see. Man, it was so close, man. I felt like we did better than this. 16 for 27, 184 yards, 59% there. I mean, we really didn't have to pass the ball much, though. Sanders, 32 attempts, 127 yards on the ground. I mean, if you run the ball like that, then you don't need to throw the ball much. Hubbard with 1 attempt, 17 yards and a touchdown. That's the way to go, baby. That's what I like to see. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. Glad to see Carolina pull out another victory. I felt like we had good clock management in this game. This was just a good game. Like, I felt like we played a good game here. Let me know in the comments what you think. Yeah, it was great. Leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. It helps the algorithm. If you're new here, go and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that bell icon. And as always, guys, until next time, y'all have a good one. Peace.